It's your guy who is never lying. Sometimes defiant, TPWAY the giant. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in, man. Please make sure that you like, you comment, and you subscribe. If you are a New York Giant fan / New York Giant soldier, man, this is the place for you. But man, let's talk about it, man. Let's keep it really real. This is the most important. And when I say the most important, I mean by far the most important draft under Joe Schoens' leadership right here. This is it, man. This draft is going to determine not only, where we are going to be for the 2025 season, but our trajectory for the future. Some are super pleased with Joe Schoens' previous work. Some people are not impressed. But this is the draft that I have the expectation on getting an A plus draft grade. I want Joe Schoen to go cook so loud that I forget about that dumbass win versus the Colts. Yeah, that's the type of draft that I'm expecting for this 2025 season. But let's look at some of Joe Schoen's previous work, man. Let's start here with the 2024 draft, which is, known for the draft that saved his ass. A lot of us believe that this is the draft that is the reason on why he still has a job to this day. Malik Neighbors, round one, who is on the trajectory of being one of the, if not the greatest receiver in the NFL. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. We don't even have to deep dive on that. We know what that is about. Round two, you have Tyler Nubin. Round three, you have Andrew Phillips. Two guys who upside is out of this world. Two guys who had to play major roles in that rookie year. But now that we're going into their sophomore year, man, we are looking for them to take that step, looking for them to take that leap. So it is all about just seeing what is what now. Then you have round four, Theo Johnson. Theo Johnson is somebody who came along very well later in the season, but it really had me questioning the Coach Dable, like, yo, why is Theo Johnson not more involved? He looks pretty good. So hopefully we see more of him as well. Man, one thing is, man, we got the pieces. We have pieces, but we just got to utilize them. And then you have round five, man. This is really the biggest round fiver that is going to be in this 2024 draft, man, of all teams right here. Y'all name one. Y'all give me a better one than Tyrone Tracy Jr. Tyrone Tracy Jr. was not just him, but the running back room, in total was under the microscope because people wanted to see what this running back room was going to look like without Saquon Barkley. Tyrone Tracy Jr. stepped into the role. He seen the opportunity to get a job. He took it. He straight up took it. Rookie year wasn't too shabby. We got to work on what we got to work on to get him to take that next level. Hopefully he, holds on to that ball. And he's not somebody who has continuous fumbling problems. But Tyrone Tracy Jr. is definitely a hit. And then you end the draft with a round 6 of Darius Marsaw. So overall, man, this is it. This is when Joe Schoen, man, really got into his bag. I'm calling a spade a spade. But let's talk about these other ones. Here is 2023. To where I'll probably grade this a D. Just off top of the head, I'll probably just grade this a D right here. You have Deonte Banks, man, round 1, first pick of your 2023 draft, which Deonte Banks, his rookie year, had a good year. A real solid year, to be honest with you. But then that sophomore slump, man, he kind of transition to that CB1 role a little too fast for my liking. I wanted to see him still carry that CB2 role, and then also with just the different scheme with Coach Bowen. Deonte Banks kind of took a fall, man. He had himself a rough sophomore season, man. You know, he lined up across some big names, and it just was too much, man. It wasn't a good look for Deonte Banks at all. John Michael Schmitz was still looking for him to take that leap as well. I mean, we could throw out the word potential all day, all night, but we're past that, man. We need to start seeing results from these draftees, man. Jalen Hyatt is another one. Round 3, we picked up Jalen Hyatt, and at the time, we was ecstatic because that seemed like a super duper great position to get a guy like Jalen Hyatt, who was a dog at Tennessee. His rookie year, it looked like he was headed towards that right direction, man. His rookie year was decent, but then again, that sophomore year was so underwhelming. Whether it was him having troubles getting off the line, creating separation there, or was it the offensive play schemes? Whatever, you know, pick one. But we could just end it with it being underwhelming. I don't know what his future looks like being a New York Giant, but as far as it is right now, man, it is a miss as of right now. Eric Gray, round 5, that is definitely a miss, man. Eric Gray, not excited. Eric Gray doesn't move the needle for me. I'm ready to move on from him. He hasn't shown me much of anything thus far. Round 6, shout out to ODU. DA stand up. Trey Hawkins. Trey Hawkins is a death piece for us. Let's see the type of strides that he continues to take. He's going to also be playing a key role for us too, man. I mean, you know, depending on how this off season goes, man, these training camps and things of that nature, he could be seeing some playing time. But it's up to him, and the ball is in his court. Then round 7 picks, you have Jordan Riley and Javarius Owens. I'm not excited. We could go ahead and move on to the 2022 draft. His debut. You have Kayvon Thibodeau, round 1. I'm not going to call this a miss, but you know, some would argue that Kayvon Thibodeau is not playing up to the standard of being that first pick of the draft. Then, on top of that, you have Evan Neal, who's also a round 1 pick, and Evan Neal has been nothing short of disastrous, man. He has been horrible at tackle. Reports say that we look to move him to guard this year. We see what that will look like. But as far as tackle is concerned, as far as what we have seen, it has been a disaster. So that is definitely a miss. You move down to round 2 where you have Wan'Dale Robinson, who is a good football player. He is a good slot guy. He is a good receiver. But when you look at the names that was called before Wan'Dale Robinson, it kind of, you know, is a head scratcher. Wan'Dale Robinson, man, he really has the tools to be something special. He had the cases of the drops this past season. Let's see if he could, you know, brush that up and really take it to that next level for him as well. He has the tangibles to do so, but again, I mean, we ain't talking about ifs, couldas, shouldas, and wouldas. It's about doing now. You go to round 3, you have Joshua Azudu, who has been similar to Evan Neal, a complete disappointment out of UNC. I have not been impressed at all. Again, in round 3, you have Cordell Flott, who will be being a key piece to this secondary as far as a depth piece is concerned. Cordell Flott, to me, I think his best season might have been last year. You know, there ain't been a lot to smile at with this secondary this past season, but Cordell Flott, he's been playing hard, and he's really been the guy that's been, you know, stepping up and to any challenge that the coaches ask him to do, whether it's playing in the slot or playing on the outside. So Cordell Flott, man, we just got to continue to see that upside from him, and he'll be just fine. Then round 4, you have Daniel Bellinger. To me, Daniel Bellinger is a dog. There is no reason at all why Daniel Bellinger and Theo Johnson shouldn't be a duo that people should have to fill. They have it, man. They have it. But it's up to this coaching staff, man, this offensive play scheme to figure out a way to put the ball in these guys' hands and to make these other teams fillers. People don't even really know what we have in this tight end room, man. They really don't. Because we haven't showcased it. You move down to round 4, you also have Dane Belton. Dane Belton, I'm not that big of a fan of. You speak to other content creators and fans, and they may have a different opinion. Me, I'm not too impressed. I'm not excited with Dane Belton. I've seen him be missed tackles more than a little bit. He is a missed tackling machine. Thank God he is not in that starting lineup right now. Thank God. That's a miss for me, for sure. A miss. Round 5, you go Michael McFadden. When Michael McFadden is hot, he's hot. When he's cold, he's damn sure cold. Michael McFadden and Bobby Okereke, I am okay with them at the linebacker, man. At the linebacker position, I'm A-okay. But when Michael McFadden kills me with is the missed tackles as well. I mean, shit, there's been times when I've seen him in perfect position. He takes beautiful pursuits at times. But shit, I mean, I've seen dudes break his tackle more than a little bit as well. We've struggled with stopping the run, and a lot of that has to do with Michael McFadden's play. Now, I'm not trying to say he's bad or terrible. But damn, we need more consistency from Michael McFadden. And then these last 3 picks, man, they all in the same boat for me. Round 5, and then round 6. You have DJ Davidson, Marcus McKethan, and Darian Beavers. Nah, I'm not excited. I'm not excited. So that is what Joe Schoen has given us thus far. And you tell me, will Joe Schoen cook? Back against the wall, pressure is on him and Coach Dable. Yes, indeed. That is very true. But no excuses. We need Joe Schoen to cook. Cook. We've seen how he operates in that position a little bit from what we've seen in Hard Knocks. He's somebody who is a overthinker, I guess. He tries to be a perfectionist. He doesn't like to overspend and things of that nature. But we never seen him in this position. We never seen him back against the wall. Back against the wall. Is he going to fold? Or is Joe going to chef it up? For our sake, man, I hope it's the lighter. I hope he does. I hope he does his thing. Let Joe cook. Again, we are just playing the waiting game, man. It is just time to wait and see. It is time to wait and see. I will be at the draft this year in Green Bay with God's will. We will try to get a vlog out of that, of course. And I hope to see other Giant fans and rock out with them, man, because I hope we put on a show as far as this draft is concerned. Only time will tell. Giant salute to each and every one of you, man. Again, thank you all for tuning in. And until next time, peace. TPWAY the Giant here.